Let's talk a little bit about the class tools. The primary source of knowing what the students will be learning on a particular week is by visiting their class website at learn.codethedream.org and then select the class from the classes menu. Mentor resources are also available. You can find these videos and more mentor resources at learn.codethedream.org/mentor-resources. That website is password protected, but we provide you with the password and we have it in common places like our Slack channels so that they're easy to find. All of the learning materials are accessible through volunteer credential logins. So for the Intro to Programming class and Ruby on Rails classes that use the Team Treehouse, we have a volunteer login that you can use to be able to access the same learning materials the students are working with each week. The Road to React text, we also have a volunteer login for you to be able to access both the PDF as well as digital copies of the text. For the Node Express class, the content is from Free Code Camp. So those videos are open source and easy to find. The links to those videos are available at the learn.codethedream.org class website for your Node Express class. GitHub is a very common tool throughout the industry, and there's no difference here in Code the Dream. We do have students create GitHub accounts if they are new to us and have not had exposure to it when they are in the intro class. And from the week 6 on in the intro class and throughout all of the advanced classes, students will be using GitHub to be able to fork, clone repositories, write their code, and share their code with us so that assignment reviewers can review the content. Squibby 2.0 is the nickname that we have for a web form. It's a very simple web form based off of Airtable data for students to be able to complete when they're submitting their links to their GitHub repositories so we can review their work. They also can provide us with feedback and information about how that particular week's lessons went in case we decide we need to make changes to our curriculum to better the pace for students. Slack is a common industry device as well. It's an application for individuals to communicate, and we use Slack as a primary means of our communication. There'll be separate channels for each class, and each class has its own announcements channel, discussion channel, and you will also have a private mentors channel for the mentors and reviewers involved with that particular class. Announcements will primarily be used for notifying students and mentors of any closures for holidays, and reminders of when their lesson week starts and stops, as well as any other announcements that might be important for students and mentors to be aware of. The discussion channel is primarily intended for students and mentors to be able to discuss content in the class, clarify curriculum information, that sort of thing. And of course, the private mentors channel is a way for you all to be able to collaborate with one another, either about student progress, if you need any assistance, if a student is coming to you with a problem that you can't solve because of them working in a different machine or environment than what you're normally used to working in, as well as being able to communicate with Code the Dream staff if there's anything that you need or would like to share feedback about. We do use Zoom as the primary source for all of our mentor sessions. We have Code the Dream accounts that are created for each of the classes. We don't normally have mentors record their mentor sessions, but if students are requesting that you record your session, we can provide you with a host key. And the host key is something that you would enter on the Zoom call, and it would give you host capabilities for that session, for that call, where you can record your session, you can use breakout rooms, you can use whiteboarding, those kinds of features. Lastly, as you noticed with the Squibby 2.0 form, we do use web forms with Airtable, and our mentor session reporting form that you should fill out after every session, whether it's a one-on-one or a group session, is no different. You can get to it by going to tiny.cc/CTD mentor report. That link is also available in your Slack channels for you to be able to complete information about who the students were in attendance, topics that you covered, as well as any other details that you'd like to share. Please be sure to fill out your mentor session reporting form after every session that you hold, whether that's one-on-one or group. The Airtable base that I've been talking about with the Squibby 2.0 web form and the mentor session reporting form We do have several bases where we track student progress and keep student records. We do only have administrative access to our Airtable bases, but if there is any information that you need on your students as far as number of sessions they've attended, work they've submitted, information like that, feel free to contact the programs associate or myself, the class coordinator, and we would be happy to get the information that you're seeking. That covers all of our class tools. Feel free to proceed on to the next video.